We look at resumes all the time, but what do they really tell us? Sometimes, a single profile can tell you more about the future of work than any big trend report. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to deconstruct one such profile to really uncover the story of a modern career.
So let's just ask the big question. What does a modern career path even look like these days? Is it still that straight ladder you just climb, one rung after the other? Or is it something a little more complex? The profile we're about to dig into suggests a career isn't a ladder at all. It's more like a web of interconnected skills.
All right, so imagine you're trying to describe someone's career. You might start here. They're a technical writer. Okay, makes sense. Clear, concise, great with communication. It's a solid professional identity. But that is not the whole story.
Then you find out they're also a teacher. Now that adds a whole new dimension, right? This isn't just someone who understands complex information, but someone who's also passionate about explaining it to others. The plot definitely thickens.
And then a third piece just falls into place. They're also a data engineer. We're talking deeply technical, analytical, working with the very architecture of information. So, how do these three seemingly different roles all fit together in one person? Well, they fit together in the profile of Yugal Nandurkar from Nagpur, India. He embodies all three of these roles, creating this fascinating blend of skills that really challenges our traditional ideas about what a career is supposed to be.
Let's start by looking at his core professional role as a technologist and consultant. You can think of this as the anchor of his professional identity.
So right now, Yugal's main gig is as a data engineer, and he's doing it within the super fast-paced world of financial services. This is a highly sought-after and really technically demanding position.
So what does the data engineer actually do? Well, to put it simply, they're the architects. They're the ones who design and build these massive systems, the pipelines that allow companies to collect, store, and analyze huge amounts of data. Honestly, without them, there's no data science. But his expertise isn't just confined to one job. Yugal also acts as a consultant, lending his knowledge to startups. This shows you he's got that entrepreneurial spirit and a real knack for applying his technical skills in totally different contexts. So you have to wonder, how does someone build such a diverse skill set to be able to move between corporate engineering and startup consulting? Well, the foundation lies in a truly unique education. And this is the crucial question, isn't it? What kind of academic path prepares you to be a writer, a teacher, a data architect, and a consultant all at once? Let's just say the answer is probably not what you'd expect.
Here's the key. Yugal is a dual graduate. On one hand, he has a Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Technology. That's the deeply technical side. On the other, a Bachelor of Science in Animation and Game Development, a field built entirely on storytelling and creativity. That is a rare and, frankly, powerful combination.
And just when you think you have his profile figured out, he adds another layer, a postgraduate diploma in aviation and hospitality services. Now this brings a focus on customer experience and high-pressure operations. So, you see, this isn't just an education in technology, it's an education in how people and technology interact. This kind of diverse background, it builds more than just technical skills. It also builds a solid foundation for leadership and communication, which are absolutely crucial for any successful modern career.
So beyond the technical skills, his ability to communicate is a huge asset. This number, well, it represents the different linguistic worlds he can navigate, which allows him to connect with people from a really wide range of backgrounds.
Yugal is fluent in 3 languages: English, Hindi, and Marathi. In our globalized world, this ability to communicate across cultures is an incredible asset, whether you're a writer, a consultant, or an engineer.
And these aren't new skills. His leadership foundation was built way back in college. As treasurer for a school's ACM chapter, he handled finances and management. As editorial head, he honed his writing and communication skills. You can see the direct lines from these early experiences to his career today. Okay, finally, to truly understand a professional profile, we have to look beyond the resume and see the person behind that list of accomplishments. And in his own words, Yugal tells us that his interests are broad. They're not confined to just one box. This quote is perfect because it links his creative education in game design directly to his professional interest in entrepreneurship. And here's where that whole web idea really connects. See, game design, entrepreneurship, writing, and technology, they don't exist in isolation for him.
His storytelling skills from game design make him a better communicator. His technical writing experience sharpens his documentation as a data engineer, and his volunteer work shows a desire to apply all these skills for a greater good.
So we end with this question. In a world that constantly pushes for deeper and deeper specialization, a profile like Yugal Nandurkar's makes us ask, what is the unique power of a generalist? What advantages come from combining technical depth with creative breadth, an analytical mind with a passion for communication? Perhaps the modern career path isn't a straight line after all, but a rich, interconnected web.